welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. If you hear a bit odd noises in the background, I'm sitting next to a coffee pot, and it's very early in the morning. So that's why I'm recording now, so minimize background noise. And you can see this, I actually tweaked these so that they look supported. But this entire thing was dug by a tunnel borer. Let's show you that here. It's actually two passes, one going... first this one, then this one, and I should probably move the torches to the middle, but I don't come down. This isn't, yeah. You can see that there and here, where it just eats everything in its pathway. It's actually amazing to watch, and I really have to hand it to Cobra Jaguar, because he did an amazing job making it work and making it eat everything without stopping. There's a big ravine right there that I actually had to go and manually fill across with. I may look at that again later, but I left the tunnel bare. Now, I may come back and pretty this up a little bit, but not too much. I would come back and put pillars down the middle of the tunnel, but you'll see exactly how much effort I went to with the... Yeah, we're actually under the... Yeah, now we're in the autumn forest. But after all the effort I went to lay the rails, prettying it up sort of came as a secondary concern, or a node there. Eventually this entire thing will have a split between going north to processing or south to the Thaumcraft area, which you can't see on the thing. There's another cave/ravine thing there. If I'd found that early on, would have set up in there rather than on the beach. And now we're getting into the point where everything just sort of goes up and down for a bit. And this looks way more impressive in the daylight. But, yeah, there's lots of ore nodes in here. This area, I believe, is considered cold, and so you get a lot of the ordo nodes, which spawn primarily in the colder regions. Although you can see a Terra Ignis node down there, I think. But yeah, and this whole thing is a lot of up and down, because I tried very hard to follow the terrain through here. I did a little less as I went up that way, just because of the weirdness of the terrain. And we can see that as we go by. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is not too dark for YouTube. Let me check my option video settings. We'll move it to there. I don't like it too bright, because then it doesn't look as nice. But I will move it up just in case, because normally I sleep through the night. Hello, Mr. Cow. You look on the map, you can see there's lots of cows. There are cows quite literally for days. And another tunnel bore tunnel, which I just love watching the tunnel bore work. Because I don't bother to bring a chunk loader along. Instead, I just I throw my minecart on the back and sit and watch it go. I typically turn it to peaceful mode, because it's so slow that everything catches up to you, and I've been playing before and had it blown up. Since I had trees already to harvest, I turned them into planks and use them to make a bridge across these spaces. We just hit a sheep. That's funny. Yeah, at speed, these trains will instantly convert to giblets anything in their path. Excuse me. I've actually seen them hit Enderman, and just the Enderman goes pop. Whoa! You complete jerk! I hate creepers. Ow, go away. Oh, alright, you know what, hang on. As soon as we get up to the top, we're gonna have to stop. I have to repair that track. Oh, no, train, no. Go away, you stupid zombie. Alright, we gotta go down there and repair that track now, otherwise bad things will happen. As far as I know, stupid creepers. I hate creepers. So it's... And I will come along and fix this hole properly later, but for now, of course I'm lunch. Alright, we need you. And so it's just a matter of coming over here and knocking down this tree. Go away, you stupid zombie. I think that's the guy it hit earlier and then it fell. So, yeah, so you knock down the tree, make some wood. Yeah, you're gonna break off, that's fine. You will notice that right here in this area, the setup is one flat, one angled upwards. And if you don't do them that way, then not the other one. Train cannot crawl up it. But this was before I realized that when going down, it only needs a 45-degree slope. So angled. I need to eat something now. Where's my juice? There it is. I love the railcraft bags, but occasionally they're kind of annoying. But you can go there. Right. So let's go ahead and get in the cart and press 5, and we'll go off again. That's why I don't ride the rails, or if I do, I'm in peaceful mode. So, yeah. But it's alright, a little bit of excitement, because the train's not that interesting. But like I said, these are birch hills, but they're full of poplar trees. Go figure. So you'll occasionally notice have noticed that big white section off that way. And that's because that entire thing, that's a cool arch. I love Minecraft's terrain generation. And we're now into the roofed forest. Or almost into. There we go. Yeah, with all these dark oak wood trees. And there's quarried stone there, but I'm going to leave it because I think it looks cool on the train tracks. And another bore tunnel. But yeah, I just love vanilla terrain, Minecraft's vanilla terrain generation, because it just creates some very cool features. I'm less than, and here's the turn. And so we actually head off to the north. Now, this is a little bit more boring, because I did not feel like chopping down 9,000 roofed forest, 9,000 of the dark oak trees. I should probably put up a fluid filling station around this area. Maybe set it up either just before the turn or just after the turn. But I want to see how far we can actually get on one load of water and charcoal, which is why I didn't put anything extra into the train before we left. So I want to know how far we get. And this is a very long train track. And that's considering that we had to stop and left this sit idle, which greatly reduces its fuel and water consumption. It's fuel and its water consumption. But at the same time, it's still sitting there burning it without doing anything. So, but we are very close to the processing facility, and I have not shown this off on camera because I was waiting for the train tracks to be finished. And yeah, I'll probably go back and look at some of the undercarriage area of this rail line, because it is in fact very interesting. I went to a lot of effort to try and make it look like it was supported, and through this area it's largely supported by trees. if we look, yeah, we can see it's connected here, so it didn't need additional support. And over here, since it's connected there, I just connected across to the other track. And the whole thing, it looks like it would stand up properly, more or less. Some areas less than others, some areas more than others. But the terrain generation around here is just so weird. And another bore tunnel. I love using the railcraft tunnel bore. If you go way down to the bottom of the world and set it up, it will chew through its entire load of fuel and give you a lot of ore and diamonds and redstone and all the stuff that you need to make things out of it. It's actually a very good mining process. The problem is it's relatively manual. I get bored with just going down to the ground here, and so this thing is an arch, like a suspension bridge. Looks a little bit silly now that I go by it on a train, but at the same time, it's just so much fun. This was just such a short thing, it wasn't worth setting up the tunnel bore, so I just punched a hole through it. And here's the jog, which goes through, yes, another tunnel bore area. And I forgot to torch it up, so there we go, all fixed. And same again here, more tunnel bore. I do need to set up some signaling back by the ore process, the quarry area, so that this train and the quarry train do not run into one another as they're going on or off the tracks. Because the last thing I want is my quarry train to come out here and be pushing the processing train the whole way. It wouldn't, because the processing train is just that much faster. There's a little village here by my processing center, and I intend to eventually build a little pathway up from the processing center. You can see it there. There's the smoke. Up there, so it looks like the villagers are coming to work in the processing center. This one I didn't build with the tunnel bore. I just punched out a 3x3 hole through the mountain. This little jog here is because the train tracks don't like to be round corners. And the processing center. Alright, you go idle. Thank you. And yeah, we'll need water. So we're going to shut you down and let you just burn out. There's water off that way. But this is the processing center. Now, fancy sandstone brick from Tinkers here to make our double-arched entrance, which our train goes in. And then I sort of went nuts with the bricks. These are just basic bricks twisted with chisel, and I tried to introduce a little randomness to show that they didn't all wear identically. And some of them, you can see, these have been replaced, or some were broken, some were not, chipped and damaged, and just to give it a little variety, because it's a box. It's a great big stone box, and I admit that. But that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. And these are stone bricks. I decided not to use any of the mossy stone bricks because this would be an active factory. If it were an abandoned and destroyed factory, yeah, there'd be a lot more mossy bricks in here because the place would be taken over by plants and stuff. But I figure there's people working here, and so they would take some care with it. And then more stone bricks up here, and these are there's four different types of the modern masonry, and it's just different sizes of stone and all stuck together, and it gives it just sort of a newer feel than being all bricks. But these are stone panels because it just fit the building to have this facade here. Well, not a facade, but this roof edge, and it just felt right. And then stone slabs for a roof because that way it's depressed in. And technically, you wouldn't want to do this because it'd catch water, but you'd have, say, this block or one of the other corners be this in a slab form so that all the water could run off. But we're in a Sahel, which is more or less a desert. I wanted a desert, but I could not find one. I mean, really could not. These are railcraft smoker blocks inside the brick block chimney. I went with the aged brick blocks so that it looked like it was so this looks like soot, essentially, is the idea. And then just these, which are just a little bit of iron, a little bit of redstone, and some netherrack, and they will smoke. They can be redstone controlled, but I don't come out here often enough that I would need to turn it on and off. And it just looked really nice. So, I mean, it looks like a factory in action. The one problem I had was, well, it's a big dark box. It's full of mobs. I had one extra stone slab, and so I stuck it under there. But I came back here and there's a map marker, and I came back here and walked in the door and got shot and killed by a skeleton. Yeah, that was kind of a long, embarrassing walk back to get my stuff. But fortunately, I had more minecarts back at the base, but yeah, very long, very embarrassing. We're completely out of water. Brilliant. But this will be set up so that, you know what, I can just set it up right now. Processing private, and click done. And put this in here. I'll show you why the Thaumonomicon's in my hand in a second. Alright, so now processing / private, and that should, you know what, that should just read private. Otherwise it'll shunt the processing train off onto it. I just know that will be what happens. I'll hit done. Alright, so the reason for the Thaumonomicon is we don't have Apimancy because I was able to install magic bees. I could not get the extra bees and trees in. It just causes the game to crash. I don't know why. I'm not actually all that bothered. All I really wanted was the Thaumium Grafter because it could be enchanted with repair. So, which means you can use it basically forever if you're careful. If we grab our railcraft bag here, oops, we can throw down the switch tracks so that the private train can be shunted off the track and into here, and I'll set up a train catching system here, and then the processing train can be, I don't even have to go for water. Yep. Excuse me, hiccups there. Because I've taken to carrying a advanced fluid tank here for just such an occasion. And if we try not to click on your trains with water buckets, because they will, in fact, you will end up accidentally washing away your train tracks. I guarantee you, that's what will happen. Let's see. What do we want? What else do we need to do here? So, I actually need to break this track, and we'll break these two tracks. So this will be the area where the train itself is unloaded. We need you back, because we need to program these so that we don't end up with the same problem we had last time, which is where it was sucking all of the fuel out of the locomotive. And we'll need 3 locking tracks. And I don't believe that the locking tracks actually have to be set up. No, stop it. Okay. Boarding. I don't believe locking tracks actually have to be set up into boarding mode because they should hold on to it. But better safe than sorry. Here, we're going to switch you guys out and then put my Thumb-O-Nomicon away so I'll stop accidentally picking it up. Put you away, you can go away, you can go away. Let's see. Right. So now I can put this down. And this will be set to just chest carts. I could probably set it up to also do processing, but looks like all this really needs is water. But okay, press F5, and we're going to. Yeah, it's actually got to heat up because it was fully shut down. Because if you don't shut it down, it will continue burning even though the water's out, and then when we go to put more water in it, and it explodes, and that's a bad thing. Excuse me just a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, so somebody mentioned my voice is too quiet. I'm actually going to go ahead and boost that with an external program as soon as I'm finished recording these, and see if I can get it to not be so terrible. But yeah, this may need. Well, okay, I'm certain that this needs more water, and so I may set it up to also be delivered charcoal, probably on the powertrain when it comes along. But yeah, I just had more stone stairs than I knew what to do with, and so it's got that little curved thing there, which I actually find to be very, very, very cool. I may, if I get very bored, I may come and do it here with the sandstone, make sandstone stairs, and just make it a little curved inside section, because I think it looks really neat, and it gives it a little bit of extra space and depth in it, and all those funny aesthetic things that people talk about. The one upside to having the track mostly raised is that you get less mobs, and I had sandstone slabs left, so I put them down the middle. I may finish that off, but the mobs can't spawn on it, so it's not a explosive problem like some of the other things. Yeah, that was below this. But I just love watching. I just love riding the train. It looks amazing. Got a little fancy here with this tunnel left because I punched this all out with the tunnel bore, and so it actually chewed through that and made it a little bit bigger. So I just went nuts with the stairs. Yeah, so I'm still not sure about that arch. Like I said, after you've laid more than 12,000 rail. You know what? Let's see statistics. Does it tell me how many? Okay, yeah, 37 kilometers by minecart. Yep. Yeah, that's No, it does not. Oh, blocks chiseled. Ha, that's funny. 5,000 blocks chiseled. Yipe. It's a lot of. Games quit. Oh, okay, I know why. Because sometimes the game crashes on me, and it seems to take that as quitting, as far as I can tell. Yeah, 5 days played. 3,000 kilometers, or 300 kilometers walked. 151 kilometers flown? Oh, I know why. I had to do a little bit of stuff in creative mode because the 15,000 damage taken. Great. Yep. 15,000 mobs done. What? Or 1,500 mobs killed. Right, so 100 damage for every mob I've killed. Lovely. Player kills. Okay. Fish caught. Junk fish. Treasure fished. I don't go fishing. Blocks. Crafted, used. Let's see, this should have. So, 94 booster tracks. Where's rails? Yeah, I've laid down 6,000 rails. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's a lot of rails. Does it also have switch tracks on here? No. It's strange. I'll actually go. Yep, I killed 34 enemies. Been killed twice. Never been killed by a spider. Never been killed by a spider. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Or gassed. It's not so bad. Not so impressive. Everybody's been killed by creepers. Never been killed by bats. Or witches. Now, that's actually pretty good. Killed one basals. I was up in the mountains by the quarry. As I was setting it up, it showed up behind me, and I managed to kill it. And then its friend, there were two of them, and I killed one, and the other one got away. It got out of reach, and I didn't have a jetpack at the time, so I don't even know why. Because I'd left it behind. I'd put it in to recharge and gone off, and then realized, oh wait, I should have brought my jetpack to work in these very tall mountains, and it didn't happen. So, yeah. Because, brilliant. I may add a second locomotive to this, because this will be a whole lot faster with a second locomotive. That does tend to occasionally lead to some problems, but at the same time, it could also solve some problems. Because if it's running twice as fast, then it kills mobs more efficiently, and will be less likely to. Since it's going faster, it won't run the risk of running out of fuel. Now, like I said, it probably would be less. Have less fuel problems if it were set to. We hadn't stopped idle while I repaired the track back there. But it also wouldn't have caused the creeper to blow up on it because I wouldn't have been riding on it. So I don't know. I'll send it along. I'll come back and I'm gonna move all the machines, which I can do off camera because it's not that exciting. But I can move all the machines and set up for power, and I need some more steel. And the reason you need steel is the flux loaders. Flux loaders take a detector advanced, which is 8 steel around a pressure plate. I've been using steel to make tracks, make the Minecraft tracks, because you get double the rails out of steel. You get 16 rails instead of the 8 that you get with iron. A lot of people have complained that, it takes more effort to do. This should be a good place for a water station, and probably run a little side track with minecarts, or possibly even a train, depending on how inspired I'm feeling. There's a sickly spider over there, but I don't want to get off the train because he's too close to a creeper. And I just know I'd come back here and find a creeper by my train and then get it blown up. And that would be less than pleasant. But yeah, I like the quarried stone there. It just feels right that it should go through a little quarried stone area. I may actually mine some of it out so it looks, just so that it looks like a quarried stone quarry. Blah. But yeah, and some of this stuff I actually, now we're all back into the 1-2 area where because some of the spots I just went ahead and set up the going down to be that sharp drop. Oh, this is a good one. Now, because I knew this was a coming back section, here I had to go round this corner because it was just too short of spot to get the 1 and 1 that it needs in order to properly go through and to be able to go up the slopes. So I just had that little switch back where it goes to the left, around, and then to the right, so that I had the extra space to get up the thing. Because if you don't, if you try and do a straight angled track, go away creeper, go away creeper, go away creeper. Yeah. I typically ride the rails with the staff out, with my staff out, so I can zap creepers and keep them away from the train. And I just forgot to do it this time. This was not my smartest move here, but alright, now we're back to this train tunnel. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, take this back home. I'm probably gonna shut the train down just for the moment so that we aren't running a train unnecessarily, and then I will get everything moved off camera and set up a power train. Go away creeper, go away creeper. Alright, I will see you guys next time.